Dear listeners, thank you so much for joining us. We have seen the Indian maritime sectors evolving by leaps and bounds through policies like the Sagarmala program, the PM Gati Shakti program, and much more. Recently, the Prime Minister also unveiled the National Logistics Policy, which is set to be a game changer in digitization, capacity building, and so on. In light of the same, I think the World Maritime Day this year holds special significance. And with the theme of greener technologies, I think it's very important that we speak with this. In this light, we have Mr. Atul Kulkarni, who is a part of the Board of Governors at IIM Shillong. He's also advisor to NITI, and it gives me great pleasure to say he's also a senior expert at EBTC. So, sir, welcome and thank you so much for joining us. So, we wanted to ask you some critical questions about the civil maritime sector and how you see the sector evolving. So what I wanted to know is, what is one crucial technology which you see disrupting civil maritime in India?
Yes, I think all that you mentioned, whether starting from Sagarmala to PM Gati Shakti to finally the National Logistics Policy, I think we are moving in the direction that the sector is looking forward to and desires also in terms of the attention. We know that technologies like AI, ML, big data and all of that are impacting almost every sector of the business or the commercial world. But I think as far as the shipping or the civil maritime sector goes, I think blockchain is going to be the big thing that is going to probably create the capacity or create the huge amount of platform that the sector requires. So to me, blockchain is going to be the future technology.
Right.
That is going to be important.
Thank you so much. And one crucial change which you see has happened in the last 5 years.
If you're talking about the change that has happened in India, I think the single point that I would identify is the attention towards the seas. Whether it is the Honorable Prime Minister's speech at the Singapore conclave, or subsequent to that PM Gati Shakti, and now the National Logistics Policy. At Singapore, he talked about Sagar, that is security and growth for all in the regions, which is primarily talking about the free passage and free movement of ships and cargo across the globe without any hindrance. So I think that to me is a major significant change that is happening in India as well as the global civil maritime domain. Also the fact that COVID has pushed many maritime sector entities to look at collaboration and consolidation. So big M&A activity and coming together of otherwise unlikely partners is a big change that we are seeing in this sector.
That's great to hear. So we spoke about technology, we spoke about how the industry is shaping up. From a policy angle, what do you think is required? If you have to highlight one aspect which is extremely critical, which the government is addressing or which requires being addressed?
I think the single most point I would like to see now that the policy, National Logistics Policy is also in place, is seamless movement of cargo under one particular, I would say, document. I won't call it as one act or under one legislation, because that cannot be possible. But at least one single document which allows the movement of cargo seamless, which will bring down the time that the cargo has to spend at particular destinations, be it at the port, be it landside, or even for that matter at the customs point. So I think this is what I would like to see, that the policy should address this. Of course, the PM Gati Shakti is supposed to address the infrastructural challenges and infrastructural issues. So I'm not going to that, because it is easy to build brick and mortar hard infrastructure it is difficult to get people to agree to the soft part of the regulatory aspect of the sector, and I think that is to be the single most point that I would like to see.
Understood. That's great to hear. And so the theme this year is greener technologies and transitioning to clean technologies. What do you think? I mean, it is definitely the way forward to go, and we all agree with that. But what do you think is the quickest benefit the sector will see?
As it is, you know that shipping is a cleaner and cleaner mode of transport. So, as the shipping sector, we have always remained ahead of times. So, the amount of so-called pollution that we cause to this planet Earth is actually smaller. Of course, I'm conscious of the fact that the sea debris is increasing, but it's a question that people still have to answer, whether it is on account of actual sea transportation or is debris coming into the seabeds or into sea waters from the land side. So definitely green seas, green technologies is something which is definitely going to help. I think we in the country just did that exercise on last Sunday, where across the country we saw people were mobilized and people got to the water bodies and cleaned a lot of debris along. So I think clean and green fuel is the future, and shipping companies are all at it, be it the solar, be it the other green energies. And also, ports are also making effort towards that, the concept of green port and things like that. Definitely, therefore, it's a welcome move by the sector, contributing to SDG objectives that together we have agreed to.
Understood. It's great to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.